Hey everybody, it's a Crafty Crocheter back for another video. I hope this works this time. Okay, looks like it's going to. So this is another tutorial. It is going to be a shawl tutorial, and I have one started, but I want to show you how to make this shawl. So it is another flat bottom design. It's a little crinkly when it's in the bag. So you see it has a flat bottom, and this is worked in V-stitches. And this colorway is Falling Leaves. It is impeccable. This is the colorway. I have 4 skeins of this. So that is 187 yards. I'm not doing math, so like I said, I have 4 skeins of this, and I am using every one that I have. So there's 187 yards, 3.5 ounces, 171 meters, and 100 grams. It is a number 5, and the recommended hook size is a 5 millimeter. But as you can see, you start at the bottom and you work your way to the top. And it's worked in all these stitches. Now, the materials you will need is I am using a jumbo skein of Cherry Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo, and I am using a 6.5 millimeter hook. So, since you're using the V-stitch, you want to chain a multiple of 3 plus 4. So, we're going to get started. So, you want to double crochet in the 5th chain from hook, and that chain 4 that you skipped over, that counts as a double crochet in a chain space, or chain 1. Then you're going to skip 1, then you are going to do a V-stitch in the next, which is a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Then you're going to skip 1, do another V-stitch in the next stitch, and then you're going to continue this all the way across. At the end, you should have 1 chain left. And I will tell you what to put in that 1 chain at the end when I get there. And I don't have fast forward or pause or anything, so you're gonna have to sit here and watch me put in all of these V-stitches. And this is my 4th video tonight. This is my 2nd tutorial. I did a walker bag tutorial, I did a yarn haul video, and I did my regular video. So I figured I was gonna do it tomorrow, but I figured since I'm staying up all night tonight, I might as well just get them done, because I'd have to be up in like 4 or 5 hours anyway, since it is 12:30 a.m. on Easter. So I hope everybody has a happy Easter if you celebrate Easter. I'm not familiar with who celebrates Easter other than the United States. So yeah, you are just going to skip 1 stitch, put a V-stitch in the next stitch, and then do that until, like I said, hopefully my calculations and my count is correct. You should end up with 1 chain at the end. So let's see if I was right, because usually when you do a V-stitch, you do a multiple of 3 and then you chain 5. You add on 5, but I'm not doing the regular V-stitch, so. Well, we are, but it's like a different V-stitch shawl. So, You start out small at the bottom, and then you increase every row. So, coming up on my last couple of stitches, and let's see if I am right. I don't know yet. I had more stitches than I thought I did. Okay. So, I ended up with the right amount, surprisingly. Okay, so in that last stitch, you want to put a V-stitch. Okay. You're going to, for the next row, you're going to chain 4. And you see right here where this chain 4 comes out, that is where you want to put another double. You want to put a double crochet. And that chain 4 counts as a double crochet and a chain 1. So usually when you do a V-stitch, you would go in the chain 1 of your previous V-stitch. We are not doing that. We are going between. You see there's a V-stitch here and there's a V-stitch here. You're going right in there. And you are going to put a V-stitch in between the V-stitches. So they're going to be staggered, kinda. I think that's the right word. If that is not the correct word, please tell me what the correct word is. So they're not going to be stacked on top of each other. They're going to be, I don't know what the right word is. I think it is staggered, but I'm not sure. So in between each V-stitch, between the V-stitches, you want to put another V-stitch. And this will make more sense once you get it a little, yes, I'm rocking again, by the way. Once you build onto it, you kind of get the hang of where to put the V-stitches. Because I know a lot of like blankets and stuff when making the V-stitch, you go inside the V-stitch itself. But for my design, you do not. And after I do this tutorial, I am actually going to sit here and actually watch some videos because I have yet to watch any videos today. When I got home, I helped my gram clean the house because her knee is acting up. And then I helped her like get most of the stuff like ready for tomorrow. So all we have to do tomorrow is just cook. Like we're making broccoli and cauliflower salad, so like we cut up the broccoli, we cut up the cauliflower. We're making coleslaw, so we shredded the cabbage already. We're making stuffing, so we already have the stuffing made. So all we have to do tomorrow is just throw everything in the oven or in pots and pans and cook it. So it makes it a lot easier if we do this stuff before, then it won't be so bad for us tomorrow. So I am coming at the end of my row. And this is where it gets a little different because, like I said, you're not working in the regular V-stitches. Okay, so you want to locate your chain 3, technically your chain 4, but you want to go on the top of your chain 3 and do a V-stitch. So you want to double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. So that, and this is what it should look like. See, this is a whole, okay, this is a V-stitch, and this is where you put your V-stitch. Usually, we would go in between here, but you're not. You're going between the V-stitches. So then you want to chain up 4, and then you want to put a double crochet in that same stitch, and then you just want to repeat. You want to put a V-stitch in every space between the V-stitches, and that's what you're going to do for the rest of the shawl. You're going to put a V-stitch in every V-stitch of the that's not what you're doing. You're putting a V-stitch between the V-stitches of the previous row. That is what you're doing. And I will show you here how it looks. So you're increasing on the sides, so it's starting, to come out. And then, so your V-stitches are staggered. See how you don't have one here, but you have one here. No, you don't have one here. And then the next row, you'll have one here, here, and here. So you are just going to do that for your whole shawl. You're not going to go inside of the V-stitches. You're going to go between the V-stitches. And I figured I would use a solid color yarn so you could actually see what I'm talking about, because it's a little hard to notice it when you're using variegated. So, and if you want a more lacy shawl, I usually prefer to use an 8 or a 9 millimeter hook with worsted weight yarn, just because it gives it more drape and stuff. Because this Red Heart Jumbo is very, very stiff. Like, I mean, it has give, but it's pretty rough. But yeah, that is exactly what you're doing. You're just doing a V-stitch in between the V-stitches of the previous row. And that's what you do for the rest of the shawl. And that I'll show you what to do at the end again, because I'm not quite there, but I'm almost there, I guess. And you can use any kind of yarn you want. I did use a DK Colors one, but it turned into a scarf instead of a shawl, because I did the chain way too long, and then by the time I realized it, I was only 15 rows into the shawl design, and it was like 5 or 6 inches wide, and I just wasn't getting anywhere with it, so I turned it into a scarf instead of a shawl. That's why I prefer, I am gonna try mandala and see how I get on with that. So, and then I'm at the end, so I'm gonna locate my chain 3, my chain 4 technically, but you're not counting in that 4th chain. So you want to count 1, 2, 3. In the 3rd chain, you want to do a double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet. And this is what your shawl will start looking like. It'll be a little flopping until you get some more rows onto it. But I hope you enjoy this tutorial. If you make anything with this design, I would love to see it in my Facebook group, which is a Crafty Crocheter podcast. So if you do happen to make this shawl, please post a picture of it in there, and ask to join my group. Because I would love to see your guys' projects and see what yarn you guys use and the pattern that it makes and stuff. So that is it for tonight. I hope everybody has a great holiday, like I keep saying, and I will talk to you again. Probably not till Monday. Not Monday. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.